In this video, I'd like to show you the app design journal created in Keynote. And Keynote is a free piece of software that you can pick up on any iOS or Mac device. You just visit the App Store and search Keynote, and you'll find it. So this file is on our Blackboard. You're welcome to download it and use it. And in fact, you will for this assignment this week. So this app design journal, basically, this is a presentation that you are filling out yourself. So the presentation has sort of 4 different categories: brainstorm, which is color coded with green. You can see that on the side. It has plan, prototype, and evaluate. And you can see those listed over here. Now this is originally made for a coding club, partially by Apple and then partially redesigned by me. And we're going to repurpose this for our own project. And I think this is a really great way to kind of get all of your ideas down in one place, have something to reference to, and it's easy to save this for a future date. So let's jump to the brainstorm section. So in this section, if I just twirl this down, I'm seeing these different categories. So I can drag topics I care about to the box below. So let's say I care about the environment, arts and culture, education, things like that. I can add my own here just by simply double tapping, and that'll allow me to type. Okay, so these are kind of the main ideas that I like for my app. The next page is the audience, where I might talk about who my audience is, what the app is accomplishing for them, and how it's accomplishing that. The next page, I would do some research, and again, all of this is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm going rather quickly in the video. But I might find my top competitors app on the App Store, take a picture and put it up here, talk about some of the interface stuff. And I know this is really simple and really basic, but man, it's great to have it all in one place. The next screen, we sort of focus it down into a more clear statement. I took out the reiterate because we're going to work on that later. I jump to the next stage, and this is plan, where I'm going to plan things such as the sort of basic elements of our UI. You can also design some icons in here. So this is a really simple design that I made entirely using Keynote. Within Keynote, there's like this whole shape library that you can play with. But you're welcome to use Illustrator or something like that and just drag and drop it in. So I might draft a few designs in here and play with those. Hopping to the next category, we have our prototype, where we're going to actually complete our design. I personally think it's great to actually draw these things out just like how they have here, and then build this little system, very quickly. I'm doing this on actual paper usually, and then I'll actually do it in something like XD. And then lastly, we get to this section where we jump to evaluate, and this is once we send this to a user to test, or if we had a testing group that we were actually working with, they would fill this out, or we could fill this out for them as they're working through the application. And then down here, I jumped back to the reiterate because I think that it's better if it comes a little bit later, and some other further things that you could use to improve. So this is sort of a journal that you can keep with you, this Keynote, and I would just save a couple copies of it. And as you work on your application, because we're going to start our final apps this week, you can keep updating this and building this. And I think it's just good to have it all kind of contained. The last page has a basic pitch for you to create. We'll be doing pitches later in this class, but like I said, this is just me running down exactly what this is. So your assignment for this week is going to be finishing this brainstorming section and this planning section and starting the prototyping section.